I remember a few years back when you wanted to see girls compete on a softball field, you had to come out here. And we're at Sammy Davidson Complex here in Meridian, Mississippi. I'm here today, though, with Coach Casey Lubers from Quitman High School. And the sport has really grown and come a long ways. And she's here today, and she's going to share some of that with us. And so thank you so much for taking time to be here with us today. And the sport itself, like I said, going back on the times that you wanted to compete, it had to be out here in the summer leagues. You know, it wasn't an organized sport, but it is today. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I can remember, you know, we played summer league ball at Phil Hardin. That was way a long time ago. And as we were growing up, you know, we played on different tournament teams, and I would go and watch the high school teams play. And then my dad, he took over coaching in 8th grade. And then in my 10th grade year, he started coaching fast pitch. So he coached fast pitch, baseball, and softball together, one practice. And that was really the first time, you know, anywhere around here introduced fast pitch. So from, you know, 12 years ago, 14 years ago till now, it has, you know, tremendously changed, and I love it because I think these girls need to get all the recognition they can get. I think it's fantastic, you know, and the schools here too, there's pros and cons to everything, but I know, I do agree with one thing we were talking earlier, Coach, that there's slow pitch and there's fast pitch, and you do have the option to play both in high school. And, you know, I know there's some negatives to that, but I see the upside because, you know what, just like football isn't for everyone, maybe fast pitch isn't for everyone. But the key thing is, though, if the girls want to compete, they have that option. That's right, and I think a lot of people, a lot of times they forget about the girls and they want what's, you know, I want my child to go D1. In reality, there's not a lot of, you know, prospective D1 players. So whatever's best for the girls is what I think we need to do. And right now, if them having the option to play both, it's not hurting anything. And, you know, to those who say it is hurting, you know, I challenge that. Now, also, too, though, you know, it's so good to see, though, a lot. You have so many more coaches. There's so much more involvement, and you see them, and you guys do the same things. You guys have your practices. You get out there and you run, you throw, you hit, and it's so nice now to see that brought to the forefront. And see, and tell us about some of the things that you do, and like a typical day for you, what the time and the hours that you put in, and it's not a set time. You know, you might be home, say, at 7 o'clock in the evenings, and if you've got a family, you guys have the same pressures of winning and same responsibilities on and off the field. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah, you know, I always joke that, you know, my paycheck depends on teenage girls, you know, but it does, and I go basically on fundamentals. I believe, you know, fundamentals is where you become the best you can be, and then we expand from that. That is basically what every practice, and my girls get tired of hearing it and get tired of, oh, fundamentals, but that's where we start. Everything starts at fundamentals, and, you know, if we win, that's wonderful, that's great, but there's a lot more to it than winning. Yes, the state championship is the coach's ultimate goal, you know, but I also like to see my girls progress as people, and once they leave our program, I want them to become, you know, better people and help us in society. You know, and a lot of things, and a lot of us forget too that, you know, sometimes that with the economy the way that it is, and the options that the girls have in playing and performing on the field, you have some that, you know, get a scholarship to go to community colleges that maybe, you know what, may not have had an opportunity, and you know what, just if it's $900 a semester, or if it's $1,500 a semester, you know, it serves a purpose to a lot of families. You know, those dollars are very important and crucial right now in our economy. And this is another way when they can compete. You know, why stop fast or say coach only fast pitch and not slow pitch? Because it serves much more of a purpose than just winning or losing. There's other things that these kids develop from that, such as discipline in the classroom, and that's another thing too. You demand of them in the field, but you first demand of them in the classroom. Can you tell us a little bit? I mean, you know, my philosophy is you have to pass to play. And, you know, we check report cards. I go to teachers if there is a problem. And my girls know that I will be around. You know, you can never tell when Coach Lubers is gonna show up, because I believe first and foremost, I want those softball girls, when people see them, to know they're good students. They're going to get their job done first in the classroom, because they have to do that in order to play. So that brings me to something else too. We always talk about giving back to the community, and we have a lot of pro athletes, ex-pro athletes that come back, college athletes that come back to here in Meridian and the surrounding area. But you know what? You don't have to be in college, a college player and finish to give back. You don't have to be an ex-pro player to give back to the community. I believe you ask a lot of your girls too in the community
to do certain things. Can you tell a little bit about that and why that's important?
I can. You know, I think that our girls also need to be reminded how blessed they really are. You know, it's not a, you know, it's an option whether you try it or not, but it's such an honor to be able to play on a team and have, you know, that athletic ability. You know, we had a game for the Special Olympics, little special children at our school, and it was just wonderful. You know, it was wonderful for them, it was wonderful for us. It was just a great day all around. So I think our girls need to be reminded, you know, and even people in the community, that we are blessed to have what all we do have.
It's fantastic, and you heard it here. You have to pass to play, and you give back to your community. And I'll tell you, going out and doing these other things in the community, that involves more time, but not more money. But you know what? It tells us one thing. It tells us that Coach Lubers' heart is in the right place, and she's the kind of coach that I think that you want to have your young ladies that are on that field and in the classroom, you'd want someone to emulate and learn from. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we?
Thank you very much.
Oh, just thank you so much. Again, it's Coach Lubers. She coaches at Quitman High School. And by the way, her dad, Coach Robertson, I believe everybody knows Coach Robertson around here from Clarkdale. Very successful coach. And thank you so much for joining us again. We appreciate it. We'll see. Hey, we'll see you. We'll see you in the season. This won't be the last time we'll see you. We'll see you in the season too.
I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you very much.